How's it going, everyone? It's me, Vivi, and welcome back to some Spyro stuff. So the channel Activision posted Spyro-related content, a video. This time it has to do with 5 tips on how to be good at Reignited Trilogy. Now, the stuff mentioned in the video, they're pretty obvious things for, long-time hardcore fans, but I did pick up a handful of new things watching this video. Number 1. Producer at Activision said that you have to make sure to check every areas, for the hidden keys, looking at this scene in particular. And looking at this video, the roads look pretty bumpy. Kinda reminds me of, roads in Quebec. Number 2, the gem finder using sparks. I did bring this up in, I think it was one of the IGN videos I noticed. Anywho, you have to click the left analog stick, L3. As for Spyro 2 and 3, as many of you know, you had to press the shoulder buttons, R1, R2, L2, and L1. As for Spyro 2, well, it was more of a secret. As for Spyro 3, it was actually part of the game, like story-wise. If you get what I'm saying, you would unlock the ability to find gems using sparks by completing his second mission. As for Spyro 1, okay, we have Spyro 2, and now we have Spyro 3 as well. Well, Spyro 3 always had it. 2 also had it, but it wasn't obvious. So 1, 2, and 3 all have the gem finder. It's not really a secret anymore, it seems to be an actual ability Sparks has. But that's not the case with 3. So I'm thinking, will they give Sparks the ability to find the gem only in Spyro 3? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it's a thing, finding gems using Sparks. I'm wondering if they're gonna add anything special after completing his second mission. What do you think? Do you have something to say about that? Next, talk to NPCs multiple times. This is nothing new, but I wonder if this is a hint at more orb challenges. Remember the Game Informer page, which hinted at more orbs in Spyro 2? Perhaps Lou Stutter, the producer, is referring to that mostly, but I could be overthinking. He's just maybe bringing up the basic stuff. But if we do get harder orb challenges, then perhaps Permanent Super Flame in 2 could be very, very useful. About the new Game Plus thing in Spyro 2, I have absolutely no idea if that was really intentional. Like, I'm still lost. Maybe it was intentional, starting a new game, saving it, and you have Permanent Super Flame. You probably heard of this before. Oh, and looking at these NPCs, well, one of them. Yes, the orb icon now shows up. It's part of the new, I guess, hint system, just like how Insane Trilogy got some words during the loading screens. Hints. Now, would you look here? The text box is purple, not blue-green from like the previous Colossus gameplay, for example. Same goes for the text, it's now gold. Now, looking at these changes, we did get gameplay, 6 minutes gameplay from Pez. There was a small segment of Glimmer. In that one, the gem icon and letters were no longer blue. Well, both letters and gem were no longer blue. It was gold and purple, just like the first game. So 2 things out of this. Either we're just looking at different versions, builds, or there's an option to switch HUD colors. How about that? What would you say about that? This scene in particular, you can now notice a crowd in the back, but what's funny about this one is, they're all standing the same. There's a tiny glimpse, gameplay, hockey, yes, we noticed a bit of the ice physics, and looking at Spyro's movement, he looks adorable, he doesn't look stiff. Just with this 2-second clip, I'm not concerned about the ice physics. Maybe if we get to see more, I don't know, but to me it looks fine. As for the points, they now show up above the goalkeeper, well, technically on the red flag. Nice little neat detail they added. Toys for Bob all went out on the jerseys, by the way. They look very nice. The old one, it looked pretty plain. Also, tiny detail I want to point out. The opponent's grip on the stick is now in the middle, as opposed to, more, or well, close to the edge. Again, Hunter. The text box, same as before. The color has changed. So, wait a minute. Spyro 2, they changed the box. They changed the box for 3 also. So does this mean we can't switch between the HUDs, colors? I mean, as I said before, maybe we could be looking at different versions, and these versions could be the latest ones. They decided to go with this color scheme instead. Number 4. Free camera, meaning you can use the right analog stick to better see what's nearby or hidden, and the view guys here looks fantastic. Number 5. Reveals. Well, it's our first look at the menu in Spyro 1. Loose stutter, says guidebook. Okay, technically we don't have a guidebook in Spyro 1, it's just a menu. The design is very simplistic, just like the one we saw in 2. We didn't technically see the guidebook in the second one, but we did get like the layouts and stuff. I like it. The second one goes with blue. The first one is purple. Notice the total number of gems. X number of gems out of the total, but that's not the true total in Spyro 1 if you remember. 14,000 is the real number, so seeing that total on the top left corner tells me that the 2,000 gems, they're really kept a secret. You really gotta figure this out. The extra 2,000 from, Nasty's loot remains a secret. Well, not so much of a secret anymore because I just said it. Oops. The menu now shows names of each dragons you rescued. But hey, where's the total number of dragons? We don't see anything. Hold up, I'm gonna get to that. The total time played is on the upper right corner, and the lives are now also present in the menu. The dragons you haven't found are shadowed. Same for the dragon egg. So you can know how many dragons you've rescued out of the numbers required. Last but not least, skill points have been confirmed for Spyro 1, and to be 100% honest with you guys, I am not surprised whatsoever. Seeing as how Crash Insane Trilogy pretty much has a unified system, I was expecting the same thing to happen to Spyro. Hence, skill points. I wonder what it's like if you look at them. The no-hit boss battles in 1. You guys are used to the skill points in 2 and 3, but this, no damage against bosses, where it says perfect, I wonder what it's gonna be like. And the thing with Spyro 1 is, the boss battles are not in an arena. Spyro 1 is, you go through a bunch of normal enemies in the realm, and then you face, let's say, Toasty. You get it. So I'm wondering, does this skill point mean you just have to get no damage when facing the actual boss? Or you really have to not get hit in the level whatsoever? How about the secret room in Dreamweavers? I don't think that's been in the original. And look, at least the Reignited Trilogy tells you what to do. You have check marks and empty boxes. Now, Spyro 2 and 3 you would unlock the list of skill points by defeating Ripto and the Sorceress, so I wonder how we're supposed to unlock this one. Comparing it to 2 and 3, of course, I'm gonna say you're gonna have to beat Spyro 1 to unlock this list. He doesn't say what you have to press, so that's what got me thinking. And notice an arrow right there. If you pay close attention, it's not there before, but then there's an arrow present. What could it mean? If you guys remember, 2 and 3 had an epilogue. By unlocking all skill points, you unlock the epilogue. So I'm thinking the same thing will apply for Spyro 1. And looking at this, there are at least 3 pages worth of skill points. 2 on screen, and the third one, there's your hint. Top right corner, there's an arrow, hinting at the third page. I don't know how many there's gonna be on that page, but there could be 21. In total, Spyro 2 had 16 and 3 had 20. So with that being said guys, if I missed anything interesting, even the tiniest, slightest thing, mention it in the comments section below. And guys, as usual, I've been Vivi and thank you so much for watching.